OBGYN, right? We work as a team with all of the doctors, in our area who refer to us, so that we have, sets of eyes on mom and on baby and on family, so that we can provide support and help when they need it, and so that we don't miss a beat if there's that pre-existing condition whatsoever.
I was just remembering something, I don't know, never mind. But there's this, on Facebook, Patrick Montoya said, I didn't realize this is happening. I just took it for granted that everything is okay and moms have it all together.
Yeah.
I know, right? But
yeah.
And then Mike McBride said, Patrick, now women just fool us so easily. But a good question is, what can a husband or partner do to help?
Yeah, that is a really, really great question. Thanks for asking that. Yeah. So one of the biggest things I could say is always check in, for a spouse, husband, partner. Ask, hey, how are you feeling today? I'm going to go get some water. How about I get some for you too? Little teeny tiny things are a big help for pregnant and postpartum moms. One question that we hear a lot from dads or partners is that, hey, I ask her what can I do, what she needs, and she says, oh, nothing, I'm fine. But she's not fine, and so what do I do? Well, don't ask that question. If there are things that you see around the house that need to get done, if you see maybe that mood is shifting, she's crying more, she's feeling more anxious, things are a bit scarier for her. Number one, listen, be a listening ear, allow for her to talk about it, but also be in communication with her and with her doctor. And say, hey, my wife, my girlfriend, my fiance, whatever, has been feeling this way. And I'm really, really concerned about what that might mean, right? Because she's likely not going to say anything, because remember, there's that fear there of, what if they take the baby away? What if they lock me up? What if they think I'm not okay and I can't be a mom?
Yeah. I mean, also with any anxiety, with anyone with anxiety or obsessive thoughts, a lot of times reassurance helps to kind of reassure them that everything's okay, or that without negating the anxiety. So not being like, oh, you're dumb for thinking that, but to say, well, this is going to be okay. Let me help with the baby down the stairs, or, not just make them feel stupid for thinking that too. But,
absolutely.
And then slowly condition them to see that they're not going to fall down the stairs, just for that example. If they're afraid to walk down the stairs holding the child because of just fear of falling. There's some ways to condition and to reverse those obsessive thoughts by slowly going through the motions and proving yourself wrong, pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say in most cases where moms are, taking medication and seeking out therapy, that's absolutely true. One of the really difficult things for the pregnancy and postpartum period is that, remember, it's our brains are changing, our bodies are changing hormonally. The landscape of our bodies and our brains is so incredibly different as we are growing these people and then bringing them into the world. It's really amazing and fascinating. It's really incredible. But sometimes all the conditioning in the world, as much as we want to do it, as much as we say, hey, you have to do this, do that, our brains just biochemically just can't do it. It won't let us. So I think another part of the discussion is, being open to the idea of, hey, if you need to take medication to manage your OCD or to manage bipolar disorder or depression or anxiety outside of pregnancy, hey, guess what? It's okay during pregnancy, and it's okay postpartum with the help of, your OBGYN and a psychiatrist who specializes in maternal mental health, so that those great conditioning techniques that you mentioned, Tiffany, do work.
Right, with ease a little bit more, because
Absolutely.
that kind of stuff, there's nothing to be ashamed of. This is just our programming, it's our chemical balance, and there's things that nobody can help. It's nothing it doesn't make somebody broken or anything. It just needs a little bit of tweaking, I guess, so to speak, to function the right way.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
I mean, in the whole scheme of things, it's I'd be more I'd be happier living a healthy life and feeling comfortable and spending quality time with my children or with life than caring like what everybody else thinks. Like,
absolutely.
Than feeling like ashamed because I'm nervous or something, like, or anxious. I would think that it'd be much happier. Not, I think it's a much better life when we're mentally stable rather than our image is good. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I mean, people are going to think that anyway. so it's like, you can't hide it. People are going to sense it, so you might as well just get yourself straight. But there's nothing to be ashamed of, and that's what the whole point of the show is, to end the stigma on mental health, because it's just, it's just like, why live a life and not reach your full potential when you can, Yeah. And there's just really nothing to be ashamed of. Everybody has something. Everyone has something.
Everybody.
There's a phase of life diagnosis. Like, if you haven't gone through a phase in your life that stressed you out, then you've been under a rock.
I agree.
Jinx. Man, we did go to the same school. All right, so hey, it's time for our second break, and I want to get through some coping skills, and I welcome callers to call in 866-826-1340, 866-826-1340, and we'll be back in Moments of Clarity in just a moment.
We will return to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Warner after these messages.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Are you looking for a great book? If you like to root for the underdog, Joe Potosi's book is a book for you. A real American Odyssey that will grab your attention with its fast-moving narrative. You won't be able to put this masterpiece down. When the Dust Settled by Joe Potosi. Go to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or Zulin Press.
Hi, this is Tiffany Warner, your host of Moments of Clarity. Living with a mental health disorder is not easy. If you or someone you know are struggling with this, please know it's so important to seek treatment, and I'm here to help. Please visit the website at momentsofclaritywithtiffany.com to view blog posts and resources on this site to help educate and inspire you to take action, because there's no shame in seeking help for mental health. While you're there, please take a few seconds to sign up for my email list. You'll get some extremely valuable educational and entertaining content that can be sent right to your inbox each week. Plus, you'll also get instant and free access to my guide on managing your anxiety. You can also follow me on Twitter at MOC with Tiffany and at Facebook at Tiffany Warner. And once again, the website is momentsofclaritywithtiffany.com. Thank you so much for your support and for listening to your show, because change can only come when we stand together as one. Hi, this is Tiffany Warner, your host of Moments of Clarity. I'd like to give a shout out to musician-songwriter Don Lawson, who wrote, produced, and performed all the vocals and instruments on my Moments of Clarity theme song. Don gained his inspiration as a mental health counselor himself. He's always looking for artists to record his songs, and you can hear more of Don's music at reverbnation.com/Don Lawson. You can also check him out on Twitter at Don Lawson Music. Thank you so much, Don, for your contribution to Moments of Clarity and ending the stigma on mental health. It's awesome.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Now back to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Warner, licensed mental health counselor. To engage in the conversation, call 866-826-1340. Here's Tiffany.
Hi, and welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Moments of Clarity. My name is Tiffany Warner. I'm a licensed mental health counselor, and I'm your host. My guest today is a licensed mental health counselor who specializes in perinatal depression and anxiety and obsessive compulsive disorder, specifically relevant to and related in response to pregnancy or infertility or loss of birth or loss of pregnancy and things like that. And some things that so many women are going through alone and not realizing what's wrong. And so we're here to discuss that today and kind of clarify. I want to welcome back to Moments of Clarity, Lexi Bell.
Hey there.
So as to I wanted to go through some coping skills, but you work with a lot of women that are infertile or lost pregnancy, and that's got to be the most difficult thing. I don't know, like, how women get through that too. What are some things that you do to help when someone comes in for those? And I want to mention this before I forget that Lexi is on the East Coast of Florida, so she's not that far away too. So
yeah. Thanks for that, Tiffany. Yeah, we work with women all over Florida. we have this really great ability to perform something that we call telehealth, where if you're in the state of Florida, it's really simple. You call us, you schedule your time with us, and we can see you face-to-face, and we're talking to each other live, FaceTime or video chat, but definitely more secure than that.
There's HIPAA
like to make sure.
approved ways to do that teleconference.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So we do work a lot with women who've suffered infertility or who have suffered pregnancy loss, and I mean, there's almost nothing tougher, I would say, than sitting across from a woman who has experienced miscarriage after miscarriage or unsuccessful IVF treatment after treatment, and just the hopelessness and the sadness and the struggle that they face, to maintain hope that one day they will be a mom to a baby that's waiting for them. Some of the things that we do to help is we really talk about what they're feeling. We make sure that they are talking to other people. So we're always looking for ways to connect them to other moms. We actually just started a partnership with an organization called Madison's Miracles, and they are a nonprofit who specifically work with women and families who have experienced stillbirths, who have experienced pregnancy loss, things like that. So we're going to be starting a few groups here with Madison's Miracles to be able to provide some more support for the women that we see individually.
What's it called? Madison, what? Miracles?
Madison's Miracles.
Madison's Miracles?
Madisonsmiracles.org is where people can find out some more information about them and the great work that they do to support women. They are right now nationwide, so they're working really hard to help mamas all over the country.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And so you can see clients just online and from anywhere, but you said in the state of Florida or anywhere?
Yeah. So we provide support for moms right now in the state of Florida. So all over the state of Florida, we have people from Tallahassee all the way down to the Keys that we see online. And sometimes if they're on vacation, they sometimes can come into the office, to see us here. So that's always a fun experience to see faces that you see
if they're on vacation because you live in a pretty part.
We're in Palm Beach. We're in Palm Beach. Like, hey, I'll stop by the office when I'm over there.
Yeah, that happens. West Palm Beach is really pretty. No, but so that's good to know. And you guys take insurance?
So we don't take insurance. We are self-pay. Insurance, we have found, is really, really hard. There are a few agencies like Postpartum Support International and 2020 Mom who are working really, really hard to get insurance companies to really buy into what it really means for women and families as a whole to suffer through perinatal mood and anxiety disorders. Unfortunately, they're still not there yet. They're really limiting. And so what happens is we have moms come in, they want to use insurance, and we have to tell them, hey, we don't get to use your insurance because insurance companies want to limit us to 45 minutes. Or they tell you that you only get 20 sessions for the entire year, when you might be struggling with this for 2 or 3 years.
Right. I mean, that's so true. And
yeah,
it's like, I go through that just regular counseling. It's like jumping through a hoop for, I think, United behavioral health just to get the whole hour.
Oh my gosh, I'm having flashbacks, so do it.
Yeah. So, regardless, I think that the main part for most people is to admit that they need help or that there's a problem. Absolutely, and you're right. That I would say out of all of the coping skills that I could throw out there, that's really the very first thing. That's the biggest coping skill, is being able to say, hey, I don't feel okay, and I need some help. Because intrusive thoughts, they're intrusive for a reason. It's not, it's not supposed to be there. They're irrational thoughts, and that means that if they're there, they can go away too with the right help.
Absolutely. With the right help, absolutely. You're 100% right. If they're there, they can go away. You're not focusing on this thought and saying, hey, I'm going to wake up today, and I think I want to have this really horrible thought about what might happen tomorrow or what might happen in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not anything that anyone wishes for or causes or brings upon themselves. It is a brain disorder, right? Our brains are an organ, so we have to treat it just like we treat our